If you've owned the same home for the past 5 years or so, then you know property taxes have gone way up since before the pandemic. Well, state legislators on both sides of the aisle now are looking to ease that burden, and that may include dusting off an old law that was passed decades ago before being repealed. Some, however, say bringing it back will do more harm than good. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch reports from Augusta.
Property tax rates are swelling in Maine's towns and cities. And now lawmakers in Augusta are debating whether to revive an old law that capped how much money local governments could collect from homeowners.
We have to hold the line here in Augusta.
A Republican-sponsored bill would bring back key parts of what's known as LD1, a law passed in 2005 that made cities and towns keep their property tax money below a limit set by a state formula. Communities could waive the cap, but only with approval from voters or city and town councils. The legislature repealed the law last session, to the dismay of GOP Senator Bruce Bickford.
We are again back in the same situation with unsustainable property taxes.
The Republican effort to bring back property tax limits is drawing the support of some Democrats, like Senator Joe Baldacci, whose brother, former Governor John Baldacci, signed LD1 into law decades ago.
So we want to see property taxes controlled. This is a good way to do that, to control it, to provide some rational limits.
But Baldacci is an outlier in his party. The bill to reestablish the property tax levy limit failed a first vote in the House Tuesday at the urging of Democrats. Over in the Senate, Democratic Majority Leader Teresa Peirce, who led the charge to repeal the tax limits last session, is urging lawmakers to reject the effort to bring back a law she says didn't work.
It just created a scenario that wasn't positive and wasn't doing what they intended it to do.
Peirce and her allies argue the tax limit both didn't accomplish its goal of lowering the financial burden on residents and amounted to an overreach by Augusta into local matters.
I think it's inappropriate for the state to impose a cap on local municipalities about what they can do with their budgets.
For us to ignore the issue would be a much worse path.
Now, the Senate was supposed to vote on this bill to limit property tax levies on Wednesday, but it was tabled for further discussion. In Augusta, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.